Perfection. What a tricky, tempting idea it is. It sounds so very lovely, doesn't it? Like a golden, glistening apple, always just a little bit beyond your fingertips. But here is a little secret, a gentle whisper from the universe itself, just for you. Perfection is not actually real. It is a beautiful, captivating dream, a shimmering, watery mirage you might see in a vast desert. You can walk towards it with all your might, for days and years, but you will never, ever truly arrive at its doorstep, because it isn't a real place. Think about it for a moment, truly consider it. Have you ever encountered anything in this wide world that is genuinely, absolutely perfect? A perfect sunset, perhaps? Well, maybe it comes close. But even in that breathtaking display, a little cloud might decide to drift across the painted sky at an odd moment. Does this make the sunset less beautiful? Less awe-inspiring? No, of course it does not. Those tiny, unique imperfections are an integral part of its charm, a signature of its reality. Nature itself, in all its magnificent glory, is not perfect in that rigid, flawless, human-defined way. It is wonderfully wild and beautifully messy and gloriously vibrantly alive. It changes constantly. It makes what we might call mistakes, and then it learns from them. It grows. This compelling idea of perfect, this standard we often hold ourselves to, it is a human invention. We are the ones who made it up. So let us together gently set down this heavy, cumbersome burden of perfection. Ah, the perfect moment syndrome. We tell ourselves we are just waiting for the stars to align in a precise celestial pattern, waiting for the ideal opportunity to knock politely on our door, waiting until we have more time or more money or more confidence or more skill. This habit of waiting for the perfect moment, it is a notorious dream killer. While you are waiting, life is happening. Opportunities are drifting by like leaves on a stream. The perfect moment is not something you find, it is something you create. You create it by deciding that now is the moment to begin, regardless of the imperfections surrounding you or within you. Growth, true and lasting growth, does not magically spring forth from meticulously crafted plans that remain forever on paper. It does not arise from dreaming about flawless execution that never actually takes place. No, real growth, the kind that transforms you and your work, comes from one simple, powerful thing: action. It comes from the courage to do, even when you are not entirely sure how. It comes from taking that first step, and then the next, and then the next after that. Each movement, each attempt, each small act of creation plants a seed. And from these seeds, understanding, skill, and confidence begin to sprout. Waiting for perfection is like staring at a packet of seeds and expecting a garden to appear. You must put the seeds in the soil. Every single action you take, even if it feels fumbling, even if the result is not what you hoped for, is a lesson. Mistakes, which the perfectionist dreads above all else, are not failures to be ashamed of. They are, in fact, teachers in disguise, offering profound insights if you are willing to listen. When you try something and it doesn't quite work, you learn what not to do next time. You learn about your materials, about your process, about your own strengths and weaknesses. This is invaluable. Action is the engine of all progress, both internal and external. Consider the writer, a person brimming with a truly magnificent novel idea. They hesitate to put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard. Why? Because they are terrified that the words they actually write will not live up to the glorious, flawless vision held so preciously in their imagination. So, the notebook remains empty. The document remains blank. The pursuit of perfection kept the story silent. Embracing the glorious mess, your first step forward. So, what is the antidote to this paralysis of perfection? It is to give yourself permission, full, wholehearted permission to be imperfect. It is not just allowed, my dear friends, it is absolutely essential for living a vibrant, creative, and fulfilling life. Think of it as a gift you give yourself, the gift of freedom from an impossible standard. When you release the need to be perfect, you open up a vast space for exploration, for play, for learning, and for genuine self-expression. You allow yourself to be human, and humans are inherently, wonderfully, imperfect beings. This acceptance is the first, most crucial step towards unlocking your creative spirit and letting it dance freely in the world. Now let us talk about that first step. It can often feel like the biggest, most daunting one, especially when the shadow of perfection looms large. The trick is to make it small, ridiculously small if necessary. Do not think about the entire staircase you need to climb. Just focus on that very first riser. If you want to write a book, do not overwhelm yourself with the thought of 300 perfect pages. Just write one sentence, one messy, imperfect sentence. If you want to start a new hobby, do not aim for mastery on day one. Just spend 10 minutes exploring, fumbling, figuring things out. That tiny first step breaks the inertia. It proves to yourself that you can begin, and that is incredibly powerful. The beauty of becoming, living beyond perfect. Life in its truest essence is not a destination where we arrive at a state of static perfection. It is instead a continuous, dynamic process of becoming. It is a journey of growth, of learning, of evolving, and of constantly discovering new facets of ourselves and the world around us. When we fixate on perfection, we miss the profound beauty of this ongoing transformation. We try to freeze a moment, to achieve a flawless state, but life is all about flow and change. Embracing the journey, with all its twists, turns, and imperfections, allows us to fully participate in the vibrant dance of existence. This becoming is where the real richness lies. The beauty is not in being perfect. The beauty is in the courage to begin, and in the continuous unfolding journey of becoming more fully yourself. Take that first step. The world is waiting for your glorious and perfect magic. Please like, share, or subscribe to Diligent Mindset.